went ahead and did a little more. Got this roughed in pretty good. I think it's actually it came out really well for just, you know, a couple coats there. Probably gonna do the whole bed for the most part. Not the whole bed, but do a real thin layer over the whole bed and just get it sanded out. I still got a spot right there I need to work on. And then right here, there's just a little piece. But I think it's roughed in for the most part, like I said. But one thing I didn't want to go too far was these braces were broken. And you can see where I bent the old piece out that was broke off. And I just put a little section in there. Didn't make it real pretty, but it's in there, it's strong. And it's not gonna move. So when I'm sanding, this won't move on me, it won't move around. And I really wanna make sure I'm not doing that. I wanna make sure that it's not moving and I'm sanding what I need to sand out of it just right. So went along, made the one in here. So made the one in there real good. This one in here, just in here, and then kind of brace that back up. And yeah, for the first coat or two, you can see where I'm low in all the dark sections like I've always talked about. That's all right. I think I only hit this once or twice, maybe twice. This right here is like 3 times, I think. Still got one little low spot there. And like I said, I gotta come back here, but that's all right. Right now, I think we're gonna move on to some more metal work. And every square body Chevy truck pretty much has this problem, cab corners. So, right there, I'm gonna go ahead and cut around all that. It comes back to here, and that's what I'm worried about. So, I'm gonna try and do this best I can without taking the bed off or sliding the bed back, I guess I should say. If I have to, it's not the end of the world. But usually the bed bolts don't like to come out all the time on these, and you have to cut them off. So, that'll mean I have to go get more bolts and stuff, carriage bolts and stuff like that. Not the end of the world, but it just costs more. You know, we're trying to do this on a budget so we can make some money. So if I don't have to, I'm not gonna try and take the bed back, move it back out of the way. I'm not ordering cab corners, and that's normally something I do. I do like to order cab corners usually. You know, you can get the pre-made ones, even the China ones. Usually are better than nothing. This one, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just cut it out, make my own, shape my own if I need to, and try to get it in there good, make sure it's solid, and try not to take the bed off. That's gonna be hard to do, but we'll try it, see what we can do. I'm gonna get started on that right now. All kinds of pieces of junk in there. That's what they do. They just get filled up with everything, and the water can't escape, and it just sits down there for years and years and years. Big flaw the Chevy trucks had for a lot of years. Oh, not more. But yeah, it's kind of a big problem the Chevy trucks had. Like I said, we'll come back with a bigger piece of metal, cut it in maybe. Might have to shape this end right here. We'll make sure it's all good to go. Definitely don't want to cut any corners here because, you know, even after we sell this, I want to feel good about knowing that all the rust is taken care of in these bad spots, and what we touched is better and way better and lasts longer than it would have if we would have left it like this, because this is no good. On these cab corners, you never want to cut in too deep. There is an inner structure there. The inner structure actually seems to be solid on this one. I've had these to where they're rusted out as well, and you have to change that side inside there. So far so good. You never know, might have to do a little patch panel inside of there. But right here is what I'm really worried about. So let's keep on digging and see what we get. Oh yeah, that's all good metal. That's all good metal. Got one little bad spot right in there, and I think I can crawl underneath and weld it up from in here. So hopefully we won't even have to make this bend. I think I can weld all to this, and it's actually pretty strong. It's actually pretty strong still. So just cut that bad spot right there where all that water sat forever. And we'll move on. The other side's got a little hole too. I think this is the worst side. Like I said, the whole side of this truck was worse, so that's the side I started on. So if we can get this patched up real quick, Then I think all the metal work and stuff is done over here. We got this side all sanded already. Then we'll just, I put the truck on the roller so we can just roll it over to the other side or spin it around and just work on that side for a little while. This is just gonna be a quick deal and in and out and everything else we gotta do. Yeah, there we go. Actually, that doesn't feel bad in there. It does have a little hole though, so we'll cut that out too. Like I said, I hope I can get back there with a little welder, or with my welder right here, and I should be able to just weld that up and get a piece of metal in there. So I'm not too worried about that. That should work just fine. Just fine and dandy, and then I'll spray paint. I want to get some paint in here, and I'm gonna blow this out real quick, get all that rust out of there, and then might even make like a drain hole, drill a little drain hole right here on the other side in here. That way if water does get in there again, at least it can get out. I'll make a pretty good little step bit drain hole in there, and then it's something I've always done, and then I spray paint it, or paint it real good with rust inhibitor or Rust-Oleum or something, make sure nothing gets in there. Perfection. Perfection. All right. Perfection. We got Jason Aldean on there so live for. Come on now. Calm down, Jason. All right. Now that we got Jason calm down a little bit. There. That ought to work famously. That's all I'm doing right now. Putting a little lip in this because it has a little lip on the one side. I'm just taking my pliers and just slowly going. It just needs a tiniest little lip that goes around the edge right here, and I'll show you. Put a tiny little lip in there. I got the contour pretty good. It's pretty smooth. Wish I had a cab corner to put in there, but it's all right. Yeah, we just need a nice little lip right here. And I'll show you right where this goes. It goes into that seam right there. If you guys can see that. So that'll go in there like that. And we'll get that all welded up so it still has the seam. We'll seam seal it, get it in there, get it seam sealed. And once we're done, but we'll get it welded in right now. Start cutting it to size and be ready to go. Try it, we'll try it. No guarantees, right? I mean, no guarantees. I can't find my safety glasses anywhere, so I gotta wear these hot rods right here. Something like that right there. Hold it in place. Woohoo! That'll give me a look at it, and then we can start cutting it in. I like it so far. I like it so far. Perfect. Looks pretty good. Pretty good. Bottom looks really nice. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Good enough anyway. Perfecter enough. Perfecter enough. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Alright, well, for now I think we're good on this side. Got it pretty roughed in. Cab corner, nice and good. Everything is smooth to the touch. Everything's feeling good, looking good. So I think it's time to get the truck off the wheel dollies, get it down, get it out, turn it around, bring it back in. Kind of liking having it shoved over and just focusing on the one side. And just got the top and the hood to do. The hood needs a little more work. There's a few ripples in it. We'll make sure we get that taken care of and all that stuff. So I'm not too worried about anything there. It's no metal work in the hood or anything like that. A lot of times these trucks will they rust right here for some reason, especially on the 73 to 80s. They rust right there. 73 to 80 model. Them hoods like to rust right there for some reason, but I think we're pretty close right here. Anyways, gotta get this truck done, painted. This budget. This is another budget project, just like we always do. No different, you know. If you were to take this truck, I just kind of want to show what you can do. Like if you were to take this truck, you went out and bought it, and you just wanted to flip it, or you just wanted a nice truck with a nice paint job on your own for like $500, guys. Let's be realistic. I mean, a lot of people get mad at me when I say like $120 paint job, and they're like, well, I don't have an air compressor. Well, I do. And you know, you can rent air compressors in places. I mean, there's a couple places in town that you can rent an air compressor. You know, if your buddy's got one, go borrow one. But what I'm saying is, if you have the stuff and you have like a little garage or even outside, I've painted many of these square bodies and many of these trucks outside, and cars and everything else that I flipped. That's all we used to do, was flip stuff. When I was in the oil field, I didn't have time to do a whole lot of stuff to them. So it was just, you know, clean them up, get them painted, get them fixed, whatever was wrong with them. If it had a rod knock, or, you know, if it had a top end lifter or something, get it fixed, get it running, and get it out the door, make some money on it. And that's kind of what I want to show you guys with this truck. And I have a full breakdown on what we have into this truck. The purchase price, everything, and we'll disclose that at the very end, and hopefully we can make some money on it. And I'm going to put it for sale, and I've already had a couple people hit me up in the comments and in my messages and in my Facebook messages asking about this truck and when it's going to be available and when I'm going to have it sold. I feel like from when you see this, it should be for sale in about 2 to 3 weeks. Is all we have left on it. We're getting real close now.
like I said, we still got to put the other fuel tank in this truck, which I don't think I'm going to do. I don't really feel like crawling under this truck and doing all that stuff right now. We're going to get it running and driving with the driver's side fuel tank that's already in it. So we'll get it running and driving and doing like that. I'm going to put some new tires on it. I'm not lifting it. I'm not going to do anything like that. No suspension stuff. Probably just going to put like the same size tire that's on it, which I think is a 245 75 16. Just going to throw some of those tires back on it. Maybe a 33-ish, something like that. I don't know. Whatever we can find that's cheap. We're going to do a, you know, hopefully find them at local tire shops here in town, or, you know, online, Facebook Marketplace. Find us some tires for this truck that are really good, really decent. Get the interior mostly put back together. Really, and all that is just getting the door panels back on. And yeah, so I just want to show, you know, if you guys were to do this and buy a truck like this and you were to do it yourself, these are the kind of results you can get. I'm not a professional. I never said I was. I always say that, you know. I think you guys get tired of hearing it, but it's true. I'm not a professional, but I think we do pretty good with what we got. And we're going to keep on trucking, keep on going. Aaron's got some more updates on his truck, so you'll see that truck hopefully running soon, like really soon. It might actually be running right now, to be honest with you. I haven't been over there this week. And yeah, so we'll get this truck flipped around next time you guys see it. We'll be working on the other side. It doesn't have as much body work as this side. This side was the worst side. I always start with the worst side. So I think we'll finish the video right there. I appreciate all you guys watching, commenting, buying shirts and stickers still. And I still have people asking me for stickers when they see me. I just need to go get some more made, and then I'll get you guys some stickers when you see me. I like having stickers. I kind of try and carry stickers in my pickup truck, because when people know me or see me on the street, I like to be able to hand them a sticker and say thank you, because we do appreciate it. We really do. Really do. I don't know how far I'm going to take this YouTube thing. Sometimes I get fed up with it, sometimes I don't. But I just need to make a life choice. If this is what we're going to do, then let's do it. Maybe get a shop, maybe do something else. I really want to work on the 50 Ford. A lot of people ask for that thing a lot, and we will. We will. I just got to make money, and I got to take projects in and out. So if you guys want to buy this truck, let us know. I'm going to tell you all the ins and outs about it that I know. I've literally only drove the truck around the block, but I think it's a real good truck, and it'll have a nice paint job that'll last quite a few years on it. So we appreciate you guys for watching, and thank you very much.